All right. I'm Robert Craig. We're back again, and I'm here to do what I do. Just an old man reading his Bible. We're going to be using this Bible right here, the Holy Bible, King James Version. This is going to be part 4 of Jacob's trouble. And we had gotten down to Daniel chapter 11, finished up on chapter 17. We're seeing these exploits of the kings of the north and the south, and I think this is in the Mideast that this is happening. Verse 18, after this he shall turn his face unto the isles, and shall take many, going to conquer these lands over the sea. But a prince for his own behalf shall cause the reproach offered by him to cease. Without his own reproach, he shall cause it to turn upon him. In other words, this conquering king that turns to the isles conquering, it's all going to backfire on him. Then he shall turn his face toward the fort of his own land, and he shall stumble and fall and not be found. I take that's a euphemism for he'll be killed. And now we come to verse 20, and I think this is the guy that they're going to have to look out for. This is the man that comes right before the man of sin. He's not the Antichrist, but he's known for one thing. It says, then shall stand up in his estate. In other words, taking his place, a raiser of taxes in the glory of the kingdom. But within a few days he shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle. So, what would make a man stand out as a raiser of taxes in those times? I think it would take some drastic thing, Verse 21, in his estate, and I believe this is going to be about the man of sin here from the description. And in his estate shall stand up a vile person, to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom, but he shall come in peaceably and obtain the kingdom by flatteries, and with the arms of a flood shall they be overflown from before him. It shall be broken, yea, also the prince of the covenant. And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, and he shall come up and shall become strong with a small people. In other words, his conquests are going to be stronger than would be expected with the forces that he has. He shall enter peaceably, even upon the fattest places of the province, and he shall do that which his fathers have not done, nor his fathers' fathers. He shall scatter among them the prey and spoil and riches, yea, and he shall forecast his devices against the strongholds, even for a time, and he shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south with a great army, and the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army, but he shall not stand, for they shall forecast devices against him. Yea, they that feed of the portion of his meat shall destroy him, and his army shall overflow, and many shall fall down slain. And both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table. I gotta admit here now, I do have some doubts as to whether this is the Antichrist, actually. Both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper. For yet the end shall be at the time appointed. Remember what the Lord told Jeremiah about that almond tree? He said, I'm watching over my promises and prophecies. When he sends forth a prophecy, he nurtures it along and makes sure it comes to pass. Verse 28, then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant, and he shall do exploits and return to his own land. At the time appointed he shall return and come toward the south, but it shall not be as the former or as the latter. For the ships of Chittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice. This is where I got the idea. I think that this was the prince that would come, the man of sin, because we had already heard that he will cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease in the middle of the week, which would be the middle of the 7 years. And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. Remember, Jesus spoke to his disciples about that. When you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel stand in the holy place, I think one of the Gospels even puts it, stand where it ought not, then flee to the mountains, and let not any man on the housetop not go down to get his stuff, but flee. Verse 32, and such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. In other words, he's going to find people in authority when he comes into Jerusalem that are going to cooperate, because they're not going to realize who he is. They're going to think that he's the one they've been waiting for. It's I think it's only at the midpoint they finally realize they've been deceived. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, and they shall fall, yet they shall fall by the sword, and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days. Now when they shall fall, they shall be helped with a little help, and many shall cleave to them with flatteries. In other words, people that are pretending to be their friends. I'm thinking that's what it means. Now when they shall fall, let's see, verse 35, and some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them and to purge and to make them white even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that which is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any god, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and a God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver, and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. See, there's going to be profit to be made in this venture here. Verse 40, and at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries and shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab, and the chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy, and utterly to make away many. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. I think between the seas must refer to a place that's between the Dead Sea and the Mediterranean, which of course would be Jerusalem. And we will pick up next time, and hopefully we'll finish. And for now, I'll just say, may the Lord bless this reading of His Holy Scripture. Hope you're getting something out of this, and I believe we're going to wrap it up next time, at least as far as Daniel is concerned. And I'll tell you what I think is the overall significance of chapter 11. Well, all right. I'll see you on the next one around, and I appreciate you watching.